So in this video, we're going to look at solving trigonometric equations. All right, so let's see what we're being asked today. So solve the following trigonometric equations. All right, so the first one is cos squared x minus 1 equals 0. All right, so cos squared x minus 1, that's a difference of squares. So we can factor that. So we have cos x, so we can factor that. And we have plus and minus 1. So when we have a product, two factors, the only way that product can equal 0 is if at least one of the factors equals 0. So in this case, cos x plus 1 equals 0, or cos x minus 1 equals 0. So cos x equals negative 1, or cos x equals 1. So when does cos x equal negative 1? Equals negative 1 when x equals 270 degrees. So why don't we take our x values to be between 0 and 360 for dealing with degrees, or 0 and 2 pi for dealing with radians. And so far we have x equals 270 degrees. That's when cos x equals negative 1. Or cos x, when cos x equals 1, that means x equals 0, or 360 degrees. Good. And I've just put the radian equivalents in there. Good. All right, so let's look at the next one. So we have cos x plus 5 equals 4. So we're going to solve for our cos x. So 4 minus 5 equals negative 1. So we have cos x equals negative 1. So when does cos x equal negative 1? When x equals 270 degrees, or 3 pi over 2 radians. Good. All right, let's have a look at this one. Okay. Cosecant x equals 2 over root 3. So cosecant is 1 over sine x equals 2 over root 3. Okay, so we're going to cross multiply, and we have 3 over 2 equals sine x. So it looks like we need to use our special triangles. So remember these? 60 degrees, 30 degrees. These are right angle triangles. So the sine of 60 degrees is root 3 over 2. So here we have sine x equals root 3 over 2. So this means our x equals 60 degrees, or pi over 3 radians. Okay, this is one of our special triangles. Yeah. Good. Good. All right, so we have another one. Okay, one last one. This looks tough. Looks like we're gonna have to work a little harder here. Okay, so can we factor this? I bet we can. So it looks like a quadratic because we have a square here. So I'm betting there's 2 factors. Oops. Okay. So we have I'm betting it's something like this, where we have a cos x, a 2 cos x as the first term in our factor. And then if we look at our constant term, it's root 3. So only factors of root 3 are root 3 and 1. And then our cross terms are both negative. So I'm betting we have negatives in front of the root 3. So let's quickly do a check. So we have 2 cos x times 2 cos x gives us 4 cos squared x. 2 cos x times negative 1 is negative 2 cos x. Negative root 3 times 2 cos x is 2 root 3 cos x. And negative root 3 times negative 1 is positive root 3. So we're correct. So again, we have the product of two factors and equals zeros. That means at least one of the factors equals 0. So we have 2 cos x minus root 3 equals 0, or 2 cos x minus 1 equals 0. Let's solve for the cos x. Cos x equals root 3 over 2, or cos x equals 1 over 2. Okay, so I'm running out of room. So again, we need to consider our special triangles. So I'll just squeeze it in at the bottom here. It's a little small. Okay, let's make it a little bigger. Okay, so we have our special triangle with 60 degrees and 30 degrees. Our side lengths are root 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so which angle has a cos of 1/2? That would be 60 degrees, or pi over 3 radians. And which angle has a cos of root 3 over 2? That would be 30 degrees, or pi over 6 radians. So our answer is 30 degrees or 60 degrees, or pi over 6 radians, or pi over 3 radians. That brings us to the end of our video. So if you have any questions, send us a message at info@raisemymarks.com, or give us a call. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you for watching.